Kia ora, Helen Brahms coming to you live for our last night in Tauranga. We're still here in Tauranga for one more night. Tomorrow we head to Hamilton. Lots of great things to talk about when we get there. As you can see, my travelling buddies are doing great. Today was wet, cold, but we still had a lot of fun. Got to have lunch with my baby brother today, so that was really cool. And then later on we went for a walk around a shopping mall. Well, we didn't actually walk, we more slow strolled. My mother said the faster we walk, the quicker we get through the mall, and the sooner we'll have to find something else to do. So we slowed down the pace and walked very slowly around the mall, and went into the bookstore there and had a good look at some of the books there and found some titles that sort of like, oh, they sound interesting and like to read that. And what amazed me is they had a list of the top 100 books, which they do off the sales and all of that sort of thing. And what actually surprised me is number 9 on the list was Pride and Prejudice. I was like, that is so cool. Number 5 was like Lord of the Rings, and number 18, I think it was The Hobbit, with the Harry Potter series being number 1. So I thought that was kind of interesting that, you know, Pride and Prejudice was up there at number 9. It's one of my favorite novels of all time. And so that was kind of cool just to go through that list. But it was surprising how many not so new books were up there. So, like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Pride and Prejudice was up there. What were some of the other ones? Total mind blank. And then we came back to the hotel for a bit and just relaxed, did some puzzles, read, that sort of thing. And then we're organising dinner, and I suddenly had this thought, I wonder. And so the wondering led to pulling out the phone and finding out that, yes, a particular restaurant is here in Tauranga. And there's a restaurant from my childhood. I was trying to think the last time I had been in one, and I think the last time I was in one was back in 1984, and they still had the restaurant. There was one close by, so I went to their website to see are they open on a Sunday, because this morning we left the restaurant, the four of us left left the hotel to go to a cafe for lunch today to find out that it's only open Monday through Saturday, and of course today is Sunday here in New Zealand. So we ended up getting in the car and going to one that we knew was open. But I checked, yes, they were open on Sunday. I was like, yes. So we went off and I took my parents out for dinner tonight, gave them a treat, and we had an awesome meal. It was amazing, and the whole atmosphere in the restaurant was really cool. And I had a dish that I haven't had from this particular restaurant since 1984, and it was one of my favorite dishes. Every time I went to this restaurant, I would always order it, and it was a Cobb schnitzel, which is the thin layers of meat with some ham and some mozzarella cheese in there, rolled up and deep fried and all that sort of good stuff. And it came with a salad and hot chips, or French fries for the Americans. And it was real. I'll post some pictures of it later. It was amazing. And Mum had lamb's fry that she hadn't had in a long time, and Dad had what did he have? Chicken and mushroom fettuccine. And then came desserts. Well, they went with the apple strudel. Me, because I'm looking at the menu and I'm going, ooh, the sticky date pudding sounded really good. And, they had the chocolate sundae there. And then it caught my eye. And you all know I'm a chocoholic. I'm a huge chocoholic. I ended up with a chocolate indulgence. Oh, it was so good. And so we're sitting there and we're enjoying the day. It wasn't very busy there tonight. The music was great. They were playing some great tunes. All of a sudden, over the speakers, after we'd finished eating, and my mum and I are sitting there talking about knitting and crocheting and hook sizes and yarns, the yarn sizes in the US versus the yarn sizes in New Zealand, and needle sizes, crochet hook sizes, that sort of stuff. All of a sudden, over the speakers, I hear YMCA. And I went, oh my gosh, we're going to do this. And my dad's sort of like, what? And so when, of course, they got to the chorus, I start doing YMCA, and my dad is sort of like, oh no. And my mum was trying to talk to me, and I'm talking to my mum between doing the YMCA piece, and every time I did it, I would throw her off track. But it was awesome. I don't know and the bar for the restaurant was off to my right, and the bar girl was standing. I have no idea what she thought about what was going on or anything else, or because we were in a booth, and you could see through to other booths. They kind of had a high back on them, but they would have seen my hands going in action. So in the middle of the restaurant, sitting there doing YMCA, it was awesome. I don't think my mother was sort of like, who is she? Did she come from us? No, not with us. It was a really cool night. So the restaurant that we went to was one called Cobb and Co. And Cobb and Co used to be like all over New Zealand, and now there's only like 6 of them left in the country, and they happen to be one here in Tauranga. And I quickly checked their other locations. There's none where we're going to be travelling to over the next few days before I leave New Zealand. So I thought, we got to go out for dinner tonight. And it was awesome because their schnitzel is amazing. And every time I've had the similar schnitzel where you have the thin beef with the ham and the cheese on it, it just didn't compare with what I remembered the Cobb and Co schnitzel being. And so I got the Cobb schnitzel tonight. It was even better than I remembered. It was awesome. But that chocolate indulgence, followed by YMCA, that was the perfect evening. So now we're going to go sit and have just a quiet evening watching some videos and stuff. And so that was our day here today. It was a really good day. Got to spend some time with my baby brother, who I haven't seen. Well, I saw him a couple of days ago, but this is the first time we got to sit down really and have a conversation. And it's the first time in like six and a half years. It was at my little brother. I remember I got 2 brothers, like a little brother who's between me and my baby brother, and then my baby brother who's the youngest. And he even said to me, he says, I'm not a baby any longer. And I says, I don't care how old you are, you will always be my baby brother. I said, it's like, being a parent. Your kids are always your kids no matter how old they are, and you're always going to have the baby of the family no matter how old they are. I said, so you're my baby brother, so deal with it. But it has been a really good day, reconnecting with family, having a great time. And tomorrow we connect with more family tomorrow as we head off to Hamilton. So it's going to be a great trip. So tomorrow night we will see you from Hamilton. So for now, he kone rā from Tauranga.